Hi everybody and welcome to today's Jungle's Musings. The topic today is you. You are a walking, living, breathing presentation. And if you are a female who's raised in this society, one of the things for sure is that you got the message to be feminine is to be humble. To be feminine is to not have to explain yourself or compete. And there is a huge, huge price that women pay for this belief system. Because we oftentimes feel like we have only two choices. And one is to be true to the feminine conditioning of being humble, not feeling the need to prove ourselves. Or to go ahead and kind of sell out and take on the masculine way of being in life and really get competitive and knock people down and run people over or whatever it is that oftentimes women do when they decide they don't want to take on the traditional female conditioning of being humble and being kind of excuse me kind of way of being. In my book, I tell the story about the many years and many times I sat on my mom's bar stool in the kitchen at the counter while she cooked 3 square meals a day and gave me her feminist lectures about how great it was going to be when I grew up, how it was going to be a different era for women and, rah-rah-ree, And so one of the things that she would tell me over and over again over the years was, Kelly, just always remember, be pro-female. And I didn't really know what she meant, be pro-female. Okay, be pro-female. She said that she was pro-female and that I should be pro-female. Bottom line, that was the most important, be pro-female. So anyway, I ended up doing lots and lots of women's conferences, speaking on women's empowerment. And one of the things that I've had the real privilege to do is to really actually talk to many women, thousands and thousands of women that I've presented to at women's conferences on women's empowerment. And I see how women carry themselves, and it's quite lovely, and it's often a very kind of humble presentation, when in fact when I get aside and I talk to them and I find out about them, I find out that they're super sharp, smart, brilliant women. That what comes out of their mouths when you get them one-on-one and you start to really ask them questions and get to know them is not actually how they present themselves as a walking, living, breathing presentation with a voice. And I include myself in that. It's always the most painful to watch other people do the things that we ourselves do that we consider to be our weaknesses. Anyway, it's a time who's come. Our voice matters. And we've got to get our voices to match up with our presentation. And so whether you consider yourself a feminist or even a leader, it doesn't really matter. You're a walking, living, breathing presentation. And so entering into an interview, a job interview perhaps, or an important meeting or a family function, or just for an important conversation, or just in general on your day-to-day living, showing up, set the intention beforehand to connect your voice, your brilliance, and the unique difference that you make to your presentation of yourself. Own your voice, own your power, show up at your next level. And as always, if you enjoy this video and you get something out of it, please share it with your friends and your colleagues. And until next time, from in the jungle, thanks for tuning in.